So, can you run a successful small business using Kit's free newsletter plan? The answer is absolutely yes, you can. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to do that. So let's jump in. So first of all, let's look at what you get with the free newsletter plan in Kit. So on the left-hand side here, you can see the details of what's included. So you can see it's zero cost, no catch. It's zero cost forever. You can stay on it for as long as you like. Up to 10,000 subscribers, and then down here you'll see that you get one basic visual automation and one email sequence. Now these are two features that are normally reserved for a paid premium plan. Kit, have now made these available as part of the free plan, which is fantastic because it means it gives us flexibility to do certain things that you wouldn't normally be able to do on a free plan. And then if we scroll down the feature list here, you can see there's a bunch of things that are unlimited, including landing pages, opt-in forms, email broadcasts, tagging, digital products, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can set your business up if you want to use this plan so that you're not spending any money on your email marketing platform. Okay, so there's 5 simple steps I'm going to walk you through. So number 1 is you need to collect subscribers. The way you do that is via either a landing page or an opt-in form. So under the menu option inside Kit, Grow Landing Pages and Opt-in Forms, you'll see you have these 2 options here. One is essentially this one that says form. That's essentially an embedded form on your website, for example. Whereas a landing page is an entire web page that has other elements on it, like images, maybe a video, headlines, text. You can essentially create a full-blown web page that is hosted by Kit, so you don't need a website for that. If you're going to use the other option, forms, you need to have somewhere you can embed that form. Okay, so start with a landing page. That's the simplest option. Create a landing page, and in exchange for people giving you their email address and their name, you need to give them something in return. So figure out what would be useful, what would be helpful for your ideal customer, offer them that in exchange for their email address, and that's you starting to build your email list. An example of a good lead magnet could be, let's say you're in the health and fitness industry and you wanted to attract customers to your email list. You might come up with either a video or a PDF or some sort of content in whichever media you want that helps people, let's say, get confidence in a gym. So when they walk into a gym, they don't feel overwhelmed or like they don't know what they're doing. So you might offer someone, let's say, a video series that helps them overcome that feeling of anxiety when they walk into an unknown, unfamiliar environment inside a gym, and how to deal with that. So someone might be really interested in learning how to do that using your knowledge and expertise, and you can offer them that in exchange for their email. So that's number 1, would be collecting the subscribers via that route. So number 2, welcome your new subscribers to your world. So remember back when I said you get one free automation inside the Kit newsletter plan. Begin to automate, you'll see that these are all have a blue badge that says paid feature. So you don't have access to those 3, but this one here, visual automation, you do have, and you can create a visual automation. Let me just delete this one. So this is what it looked like when you don't have an automation. You can just click that button to create a new one. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell Kit that every time someone subscribes to my landing page form, I want you to do the following. So I'm going to create a new automation, and I'm going to call it, let's say, welcome new subscribers. That's going to be the name of the automation, and then I'll click start building. When you click that button, Kit says, okay, what do you want me to look out for? In other words, what's going to be the trigger for firing this automation? And I'm going to say it's when someone joins a form. So click joins a form, and it says, which form do you want me to watch out for? Now you can see at the moment there's only 2 listed there: create a network and create a profile. These are system forms that are there by default, so everyone who has a Kit account gets the ability to have a creator network form and a creator profile form. I'm not going to show you anything about those in this video. I'm going to show you how we can create our own landing page first. Okay, so in here we're going to create a new form or landing page. I'll click that button and I'm going to click landing page. When that loads up, it gives you a number of options to choose from, which template you like. Doesn't matter which one you choose, they all do the same job, i.e. they collect your subscribers for you. So just choose one that you're happy with and you like the look of. You can always change it when you're in there. You can change the colours to make it look like your brand colour, change the font, change the images, those types of things, if you want to. So like I say, it doesn't really matter which one you choose, so just choose one at random. Let me choose this one. It'll load it into the editor, and then I've got now a landing page that people can access. They can submit their details and I can then add them to my automation. So let's imagine this is now active. I'm going to click the activate button at the top right, and now when I share the landing page, this is what it looks like to people. So if I say save and publish, I've now got this landing page here. Okay, and here I'm going to change the name of this to say get Jim confident. Let's say that was our landing pages are going to be. I do a refresh here, you'll see the name of the form changes. Get Jim confident. So this is the landing page people are going to arrive on, and you're going to be giving them, let's say, a PDF document explaining how to become confident when they walk through the front door of a gym. Maybe they've never been to a gym before. So the next part is to add the next step in the automation, which in this case is going to be, I'm going to send them a series of emails. So I'm going to click on here, and it's going to say I want to send them an email sequence. So this is an email that I want to send them to welcome them to my email list. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to drop this down. You can see there's no email sequences created at the moment, but we do have the option or the ability to create a new one new email sequence. So I'm going to say welcome new subscribers, let's call it that, and click create. Okay, so now we have this automation being triggered when someone submits their details, and now we're telling Kit go and send them the following emails. Now to see the emails we're going to send, we click on the sequence, and then inside the editor we can see that down the right hand side we've got the emails that are contained within this sequence. At the moment there only is one, and then on the left hand side we can see the details of the actual email itself. So if I just delete this and then add in, let's say, a standard salutation, so let's say a personalised greeting like this, I could then say, welcome to my email list. It's great to have you here, something like that. And then you can, in that email, you can continue to write as much or as little as you want. You can share links. You can maybe explain a little bit about you, what you do, how you can help them, and maybe point them in the direction of other useful resources that you have available. In here, change the subject line as well of the email. Welcome to, and then whatever your business name is, my business or product or whatever you want to call it. So once you've got the first email written, all you do is click publish, and that email will be sent out by default 1 day after they join the list. If you want to change that to immediately, all you do is reduce that to 0 and the email will go out immediately. You can also change the time to maybe 1 hour after they sign up, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you want to do. I tend to, for welcome emails, I tend to send them out immediately, so I usually set it to 0. So on the right hand side we can now see we've got one email in their sequence and it's been sent out immediately. If I then want to send out more emails, I can just click that button, it says add email, and I can add more to the sequence. So for the moment that's all I need to do. That is the email that's the visual automation created, so that when someone signs up via that landing page, they will come in and they'll be sent that email from me welcoming them to my email list. Okay, so step 3, now that we have our subscribers on our email list and we've welcomed them, we need to then nurture the relationship that we've established with those subscribers, so that we keep them warm and we keep them engaged. The best way to do that is with regular helpful email content. So the best way to do that is figure out what content you can share with them, and then create that content in individual emails that can be drip fed to your subscribers over a predetermined period of time. So for example, you might create maybe half a dozen emails that are drip fed, once every few days or maybe once a week, just to keep those subscribers engaged and, like I say, help them in the journey that they're currently on. So to do that, all you need to do is go back into the email sequence, and on the right hand side we just add more emails. So let's say we're going to do another 6 emails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see these are all in draft format, and they'll remain in draft format until you publish them. But all you need to do is go into each email individually. So when I click on the email on the right hand side here, on the left, that is allowing me to edit that particular email. So I'm going to select all the content in this one to get rid of it, put in the personalised greeting, and then I can start typing my second email. Again, I'll change the subject line to something, more value. You'd obviously change the subject line to something that's relevant to the content that's inside the email. And then you can decide at this point how long you want to wait from the previous email to send this one. It could be a couple of days. When you're happy with that, publish it, and then that one goes out 2 days after that one. Now, you'll continue to do that for your nurture sequence, and when you do that, when I go to the next email, so this drop down here, when you configure it, that's relative to the email that went before it, and not relative to when they joined your email list. Okay, so set that one to 3 days, click published, and you just continue to do that. Don't forget to change the subject line like I did there. And then once you've got all those emails configured, then essentially what you have is those subscribers regularly receiving more email content from you. And inside those nurture emails, like I say, you want to continually be given value. So every time they see your name landing in their inbox, they associate that with that's something of value, it's something that's going to help me, and they're much more likely to open it. So that's step number 3, nurturing your subscribers. Okay, so step number 4, one that a lot of people actually forget to do, despite how important it is to making your business a success, and that is selling to your subscribers. A lot of people, when they start email marketing, they get scared about asking their subscribers to buy from them, but ultimately that's why you're asking people to join your list, so that you can eventually sell to them. Now, selling is not a bad thing. You should be looking forward to selling what you've created and what you offer to your subscribers, because it's going to be a win-win situation. You're going to generate an income for your business by what you sell, and they're going to get the benefits and the results that your products and services provide for them. So it's not like you're winning and they're losing, or vice versa. It's a win-win situation. You both win. So you need to promote them. So the way you can do that inside here is using this single email sequence inside the automation. If we click on that, after your nurture emails, you can add on a few at the bottom that actively promote and market your products and services. So let's say if we maintain the health and fitness business idea, then you could be offering them access to, let's say, a private community where you help people to lose excess body fat, eat a more healthier and nutritious diet, and become more active in and around their working life. Whatever that may be, you can offer them into your community. They pay a subscription, or a fee, and they get access to all your helpful content. Or it could be, it could be a video training course, it could be a webinar, it could be anything, literally anything you sell, any service you sell, but promote it via email and add into those emails social proof of how it's worked for other people, how it's helped other people transform what they do, and it will do similar for them if they follow it in much the same way as other people have done it. So it's a core activity in your business. You need to be actively selling what it is you're producing inside your business, so that your subscribers get the opportunity to buy it. Because remember, at the end of the day, if you're not sharing that with your subscribers, how are they supposed to know that it exists, and how are they supposed to buy it from you? Because what will never happen, or not very often at least, is people are not just going to email you cold and say, what do you have that I can buy? That's unlikely to happen. So you need to take an active role in sharing your products and services with your list and give them the opportunity to buy from it. Now, you don't need to be all salesy and heavy-handed about buy. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm suggesting is just make people aware of the things that you have inside your business that they can consider if they want help in certain areas. And that's that's as much as you need to do inside that initial email sequence. Okay, the final one, step number 5. So this is you creating regular dynamic content for your subscribers as and when you can commit to. So what I mean by that is, if you can support and commit to sending a regular email every week, let's say, then do that. Sit down, create an email that's got value inside it, that's going to help your subscribers when they read it. They're going to consume content that's going to help them in their business or their life somewhere. And commit to doing that every single week. If you can't commit to once a week, do once a fortnight or once a month. The most important thing about sending regular emails is that you do it consistently, and not every now and again, or just when you have the time or the inclination to do it. Or worst of all, what a lot of people do is whenever they've got something to sell, they'll typically pitch to their list. Don't do that. What you want to do is produce regular content so that people come to expect it to arrive in their inbox on a certain day, at a certain cadence, and that way you're much more likely to get a higher engagement rate, a higher response rate, and ultimately a higher sales rate from doing that. So let's look at Kit and how we can do that inside Kit. Now, the good thing is that to do this regular content, that this is unlimited. You can do this as often and as much as you like using Kit's email broadcasts. So this is different from the automation and the email sequence that I've just shown you. This is now us sending what's known as a broadcast email. So I'm going to click on broadcast, and here you can see I've not sent a broadcast yet, so I'm going to click new broadcast. I choose the email template that I want to use, whichever one, doesn't matter. Let's choose this one, for example. It loads into the editor, and then we can start to change it to make it look and feel the way we want. Let's just get rid of that. We can change that. We can add in our own images and do that kind of stuff too. My recommendation is when you're doing this, is come into the send menu and go to email templates and create an email template that you're happy with. So for example, I'm going to create a new email template and then pick one that you quite like the look of. So let's say platform, that's the one I use quite a lot. I'll click platform, and then inside here I can delete all that if I want, and just configure it the way I like my emails to be laid out. So let's say personalized greeting, and then I might put in, I typically sign off my emails just like that. Cheers, John. So let me just change that image to something different. So let me just. So I'll pick that logo at random. I've no idea who that is. I think it's probably a fictitious company. But essentially I can make this look and feel the way I want by adding my own logos, my own images, my own choice of font, colours, etc. And once I'm happy with that, then I can create that and call it my weekly email template, let's say. Okay. And then when I'm going to create an email, so I'm going to send a broadcast. When I click new broadcast, I can now choose this weekly email broadcast as my template, and that will load it into Kit, so that from a starting point I'm ready to go. I'm ready just to start typing. And that's how you create a broadcast email. Change the subject title to make it relevant to the email. Type in all the stuff you want to put in there, and like again, if you click on that plus button, you can see all the elements you can put in there. You know, images, dividers, HTML blocks, you know, videos. It's quite an extensive list of things you can add to it. So you can create, you know, a content-rich email for your subscribers, and then all you need to do is click continue to share, and then click send email. Choose which email subscribers you want to send it to, and you can send it. And that's pretty much it. That's what you can do. So, and by the way, inside your regular content that you're sending every week or every fortnight, don't forget to also share links to some of your products and services that you have on offer to, that people can buy from you. Like I say, not a heavy-handed pitch. I'm not suggesting that, but you can have embedded in your emails links to, you know, your programs, your memberships, your services, etc., that people can access anytime they open up one of your emails. Don't be all salesy. People hate that, but make stuff easy to find if people are looking for it. And that's step 5 of the 5-step process of using Kit's free newsletter plan. Like I say, you can have up to 10,000 subscribers. Everything I've just shown you, you can have for literally zero money. You don't need to pay Kit a penny to do that. I think to get all that, and there's a lot more behind the scenes, by the way, inside Kit on that plan that you get, and that I haven't shown you in this video, but there's a ton of value inside that email marketing plan that Kit offer, that you can use as a business owner who might not yet be in a position where you can start investing in email marketing platforms. So I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll get back to you. Okay, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Cheers.